You know what? I've tried out many different shots now and I'm never happy. Oh, way too high. Nah, also not convinced. Let's go with the standard. Down, looking up on the Uhrturm. So you just have to live with this now. It is getting warm though. Like, dude, you know what I love? That I can just go to Graz. And I can't just come up on the Schlossberg when everybody else is just working. Like, yeah, it's a Tuesday afternoon. I can chill on the Schlossberg and enjoy the sun because the weather is nice. I want to enjoy the sun. I can enjoy this. Isn't that amazing? I love that. Love that. Right. So as promised, this video we're gonna be talking about goals. Welcome to KVlog number 11. This whole story starts with a Zoom conference call that I had. Yo, that was totally worth my time. I just had an online meeting with people from the investors club that I'm part of. Actually a super sweet deal. In the beginning I was like, do I really want to pay money for that? But now I'm like, 7 euros per month? That's nothing! I just had a full 1 hour call with 2 people who spent their time trying to fix my problems. That's definitely worth a lot more than 7 euros. Totally worth it. Because we wanted to create a portfolio for me. But as it turned out, we can't yet create a portfolio for me because there are more underlying issues that we need to take care of. One of which is that I don't have any goals, like I haven't set any goals. And if I don't have goals to work towards, then it will be very hard to motivate me to actually push forward and do something. You know, you can't build a portfolio from nothing. And therefore, you gotta be ready to work. I have problems, but I now have like ideas or pointers in which direction it needs to go. Cause they knocked me over left and right. First of all, they told me, man, you need a goal in life. You don't have a goal, that's your problem. And they're right, because I really don't know what is my goal. What do I want? Yeah, that's the problem. I don't like, there's no goal. There's no goal. The next thing they said is that I can't make my life dependent on other people. Like I always say, I want my co-workers to be nice. I would like to have a partner. That's all other people. No, I need to focus on myself. I need to be happy with my life. Only then will the other stuff work by itself. They also gave me dating advice almost, both of them women. They said it's just hella unattractive if you don't know what you want. Because if they would want somebody who is needy, then they get a dog, not a boyfriend. And there's something true to that. Yep, they were really nice and helpful. And basically we found out that I need to have goals. I need to know what I want in my life. Because as it turns out, I don't. It's true, I don't. I just live from day to day, hoping that stuff will get better, but it would just stay the same if I don't change stuff, right? Man, I'm so motivated to do something because wow, I have so much energy to work on myself, so let's freaking do it. Yes, I'm motivated. That's good. Yeah, I'm really happy because that gave me, I don't know, direction or something that I can do actually. And I'm like, yeah, I need that. I mean, that's been a reoccurring theme in the past years. I never knew what I want to do. I never knew what I wanted to do as a master's thesis. Then I didn't know what to do for a job. Now I don't know what I do in general because, you know, the whole thing with the job isn't working so well for me, is it? As I told you last time, I had another job interview. Good morning. So today I have a job interview. Well, not really a job interview, just a initial get to know each other with 2 software developers from Iteratech,
a software consultancy in Vienna that I really want to work for. I can even see myself working 40 hours full-time. I don't even want part-time. I want full-time, provided that they can pay 48,000 euros a year at least. But I have this bad feeling that they're not gonna accept me.
And that's another thing they said, I'm just way too negative. They suggested I start trading because that's something that with a little bit of time you can make a lot of money, but then I immediately replied with, yeah, but you can also lose a lot of money. But then they say that's why I'm in this negative situation, because I have too many negative thoughts and my thoughts become reality, and thus if my thoughts are negative, then it will be negative. It's my mindset.
But hey, no negative thoughts. They are gonna make me an offer. And actually it doesn't matter if I want the job or not. At that point, I need to be convinced that I want to have the job, you know? Same with Corona. Doesn't matter if I have it or not. I need to be convinced that I have it. Gotta be convinced that I want the job. Because otherwise they'll definitely not make me an offer, right? Because they'll feel that I don't want the job. And if I actually want it, I'll decide that once I have the offer. At least I want to be invited to Vienna, because then hopefully they pay for my transport and hotel in Vienna, because I need to go to Vienna anyway to get my bike, because that's still standing there in the rain. My poor little bike. Alright. I mean, that was really nice. They seem like really nice people. Also, my 48k a year are realistic, so that's good. I didn't even ask for part-time because they'll definitely say no. Also, this Innovation Friday, it's like 5 days a year, so it doesn't really, it's not as nice as with TNG with a tech day every 2 weeks. Man, why did I quit the TNG again? Why did I do that? Why did I quit the TNG? But yeah, they said they have actually a lot of applicants, which is something I can imagine since like all of the companies are throwing people out. But yeah, they might take 1 or 2. I mean, that was a nice talk. He said, you don't need to prepare anything. It's not a job interview. It's just to get to know each other. And then they continuously asked me questions. What's hibernate? What's spring? What's spring boot? And I'm like, yeah, I have that on my CV, but I don't remember. But I managed to answer most of the questions, I guess. And I think I made a good impression. I mean, I had fun, so... yeah, for now I see myself working for them. I mean, also the office has a great view, and you know I love them views. And then I also did program for them. They gave me a programming task and I did that. I think the day starts off with bad news. Well, that might just be me thinking negative, so I should think positive. But I have the feeling that there's gonna be bad news, because I got an email with the subject, your application at TerraTech. See, they told me they'll get back to me next week. So if he gets back to me now, then it's pretty much sorry, we can't offer you anything. So let's see. Okay, that was just me thinking negative. They want me to do some coding exercises. Guess what we're gonna do today then? Alright, let's do this remote exercise. Oh, that looks like a big project. 3 to 6 hours. Pff, that's the entire day. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have 8 hours. Right, so the exercise is not that complex or difficult. Build an API, build a little bit of business logic, write some tests. Maybe do that first. Although it doesn't say I should write tests, but that's just software development. You gotta test the shit that they do, right? So if I were to hand that in without writing tests, I think I would fail. Better write tests. It just came to my attention that I don't even have like any IDE installed on my laptop. It's like new laptop. I never code on here. Like, okay, so let's download Eclipse. Yeah, let's just do it and see where it goes. I'm getting frustrated again. Git on Windows is just annoying. The Git bash won't support HTTPS, and trying to set up SSH keys is like, what the hell, why is that not working? Why is the agent not running if I started it? What the hell? And that is frustrating. Maybe I shouldn't become a software developer after all, if that annoys me already. I mean, I didn't even start the exercise. I just tried to set up Git. Woo! Git clone was successful. Well, only took me 1 hour and 15 minutes.
I'm not very far yet. I would say maybe 10% done. Man, I would really like to go outside. Such nice weather today, but hey, if you want the job, you gotta work. Yeah, so writing tests just takes forever. And my wrist starts to hurt. I need a proper keyboard if I want to code, not just a laptop keyboard. That's not good. So the question again is, do I want to spend my life like that? I just write more tests. I don't want to do this. I mean, I'm actually doing test-driven development here. I write the tests before I write the code. Wow, amazing. Never done that before. So with the 6 hours, I should now be done, but I'm not done. I just have the tests, no functionality yet. So, continue we do. Woo! And all the tests are green. Man, I want to go outside. God damn it. But that's just, the main functionality done. Now I need to build the API around it. I could also just call it a day and say, well, my APIs just call those methods. And I just gotta say, I'm done. I mean, I have those 6 hours of work, I guess, now. Here's the thing, I can't be bothered to continue. On the one hand, I want to argue it's just something that will never even be executed. I shouldn't put too much effort into it. On the other hand, you could argue, well, if you have that kind of mindset for such an assignment, then you will have the same mindset for an actual client project, and therefore they won't hire me. So I do not have that mindset. But hey, I spent a good 5 hours now coding here, and it says 3 to 6 hours is what it should take me, and I would definitely exceed the 6 hours if I would continue. And besides, what is my time worth? I'm not even getting paid for this, right? And also, they can already see my style of coding in what I did now. Doing more would just mean, I have to do more work. It's not that they see more, right? And it, again, will never be used. And so it should be fine. It's gonna be fine. I don't want to continue working. I don't want to ace it. What's the point of acing it? I'd prefer to go outside. It's nice and sunny. I want to go for a quick cycle. I decide for myself that I'm done now. Although no, I'm gonna do one round of testing because I just wrote simple test cases and then they're all green and I'm like, okay, I'm done. But no, I'll do another round of testing. Haha, and I already found a bug. Let's fix it. Okay, I mean, it's now exactly 8 hours after I got the task initially, so... And it says specifically, if you're not done after 8 hours, you can just hand in what you have right now, an incomplete version. And that's what I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna go outside because the sun is going down and I wanna freaking go outside. But turns out, that's not what I wanna do. It's just not. Okay. We gotta talk about this. Because turns out, I'm not happy. And it took a nice evening cycle in the sun for me to realize that. I can't pinpoint why exactly, but there's too much correlation with what I just did that I could say it's unrelated. It's not. It's probably because I just did a full day of software development that I'm not in a good mood. And it's the exact same feeling that I also had when I was working for TNG. It's the same thing. I remember having this particular feeling when I was sitting in a bar with a friend of mine in Munich and I was arguing, yes, the job is great, but I'm not happy. I'm afraid that it's gonna be the same thing again if I work for a TerraTech, because apparently I just don't like software development. Maybe I just don't like working for other people. Maybe that's it. Because some projects I enjoy. In my studies I always liked it, to solve problems, to finish assignments. I don't know if I feel like I wasted a day. I don't know if it's that. If we compare it to yesterday I also just sat in front of the laptop and did stuff. But yesterday I felt much better about it. Yesterday I felt productive about it. I was like, yeah, I achieved that and that. I created a nice spreadsheet to track my crypto trading. I'm starting to like my spreadsheets. I mean, look at that. That with the nice dollars and everything, and now I can do this.
oh, this works so nicely. And I can also go down and it also works. It's so cool. I never worked with spreadsheets like ever. I'm a programmer, not a accountant. But actually it's quite nice. Spreadsheets are fun. Data, I love data. And if you would ask me, do you prefer to code something or to do something in an Excel spreadsheet? Then I would always say I prefer the coding. But yesterday the Excel spreadsheet was interesting and nice and I liked it. And today the coding was like, yeah, I'll do it because I have to. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe doing it because I have to is something I don't like. Maybe I want to be more responsible myself for what I do. I mean, that then usually leads to me not doing much, and that also doesn't make me happy. Like the time I've been in Klagenfurt, I'm also not particularly happy, but admittedly, I'm happier than when I was working 40 hours at TNG, especially in the end. I'm afraid that if I take that job at Iteratech, in case they make me an offer, then it's just gonna be the same thing again, and I'm just gonna be like, after a month, I wanna quit. That's just not the right path. That's not good for the company, that's not good for me. But it's good that I realized that, you know? And it doesn't matter now that they won't make me an offer. Alles klar. I don't need to make decisions. Decisions are made for me. It wasn't the right thing anyway. But here is why they declined. So basically, it's a Java software development position. And even though I know Java, my Java knowledge is pretty much Java knowledge and not the whole framework around Java knowledge. So the whole thing with Spring, Hibernate, I don't know about. And my software solution was also just a plain Java solution, not using all the libraries. And that is why they said that they will not invite me to Vienna. But hey, I mean, okay, that's fine. 95% I wouldn't have taken the job anyway. I would have probably said again, okay, I want 55k a year. And then they would have said, nah, I can't pay that. And then I would have said, okay, then I don't. But we already established I don't want to work as a software consultant anymore. We gotta figure out what it is that I really want to do. If they don't want me to come to Vienna, then I'll just go to Vienna by myself. I mean, here's another interesting thought. They told me I don't know enough about those libraries. But the thought of having to learn about those libraries is not anything I don't want to do that. Like, I no. You know, if I really wanted to have that job, then I could be like, yeah, so let's inform myself about that libraries and then let's do that. So it's just another sign that I really don't want that job. So, gotta figure out what it is that we want. And then we need to formulate that goal, and once we have that goal, we can find a plan to get there. But first, we need that goal. And I already made progress. Like in the beginning, I didn't know at all what it is that I want. I'm lacking a goal. We've established that. But I don't know what that goal could be. You know, I'm interested in avoiding climate change. But how about a more egocentric vision? Because let's be honest, I'm the most egocentric person I know. So how about the vision of retiring with 42? Look, it's 42. Life, everything, and the universe. I mean, why 42? I could pick 36 because that's my number, at least at the Augärtners. But that's only 8 years, and that might be harder. Because they told me I shouldn't rely on external factors. I now have that idea of, well, if finding a girlfriend is an external factor, well, how about we don't rely on that and we just say, well, by the age of 42, I'll just create my own family. I mean, you can adopt children, you can do a lot of stuff. So the blueprint of my goal is now retire by 42. That sounds plausible. So, Iteratech declined. They won't invite me to Vienna. That's fine. I don't feel bad about it. And no, I'm not just saying that. I really don't feel bad about it. As I said, I would probably not have taken that job anyway. And if I would have taken that job, it would just be another spiral in that circle of
getting a job because I need money, not feeling good in my job, being unhappy until I quit, finding a job again. We need to get out of that circle. So it's probably good that they don't make me an offer. But here's the thing. I basically just spent my morning sitting in front of my laptop watching YouTube videos as I usually do, you know. And I made the spontaneous decision, you know what? Let's go to Graz. Because if Iteratech doesn't invite me to Vienna, I want to go to Vienna by myself. But it's already afternoon, and going to Vienna now, not knowing where to sleep, and then going back in the evening doesn't make sense, so I would go to Vienna tomorrow. But if I go to Vienna anyway, Graz is like halfway, so I might as well visit people in Graz. Because in Graz today there's an a cappella rehearsal by Kap und Ella, my previous a cappella band that I founded. So can be part of that. There are new people in the band, and I want to get to know them, so let's go out there, meet those people. The rehearsal is in the park, so it's corona safe somewhat. So really, I don't see why not. I also get to see my brother because I sleep at his place. So why not just go to Graz for a night? Because if I'm just sitting around here feeling sorry for myself, not doing anything, there's no point. And I don't go there by car, I go there per bus, and the bus goes there anyway. It doesn't matter if I'm on it or if I'm not on it. So it doesn't make a difference in a climate perspective, so I don't hurt the environment by going to Graz, because on a Monday afternoon this bus is pretty much empty, but they go anyway. And so the only thing that I have to do is pay, so it's just a matter of my money that I have to invest in going to Graz. And that is fine, because that will pay for itself. You know why? Because by going to Graz I'm a lot more enthusiastic now. I mean, I felt it. As soon as I decided I'm gonna go to Graz, I started doing a workout because there was this time pressure. I need to take a shower, need to eat, need to pack, then we go to Graz. Because otherwise, if I wouldn't go to Graz, I would be like, yeah, let's take it easy. We have the whole day to do the few to-dos that we have on our list. But now I'm like, gotta do stuff. And then I'm gonna be working in the bus, because then I'll be at the rehearsal and then I only have a little bit of time left. So I'll be a lot more motivated to get stuff done. And you know, I like change, so traveling around, like getting out of the house once again, is probably getting out of Klagenfurt as well, is probably a good thing, just for my personal happiness. And essentially I'm investing in my happiness. And those 15 euros for the bus, I mean, come on, I can afford that. They won't invite me to Vienna. That's fine, because I don't want that anyway. But what do I want? That I need to figure out myself. / with somebody else, because I mean, you don't need to do it all by yourself. You can just get coaching. And I already have a coach where it looks promising. I like her, and of course that's gonna cost me money, but let's be honest, that's just something that I have to invest, right? Because the most important thing you can invest in is yourself. And if, therefore, I figure out what it is that I want to do in my life, then it's totally worth it to spend those few hundred euros. Or 1,000, I don't know. We'll see. I have a budget for that. It's just money that I can't invest in Bitcoin, but you know. So I haven't properly defined my goal yet. But that's a difficult task to do. Maybe we should first start with figuring out what my values are. Because essentially, I need to live my life according to my values. Because if I don't, then I won't be satisfied with myself. And then I will just not have a good life and always try to change something. And then I'll keep being in that state of not figuring it out. So I did some exercises on how to find your values. And as for now, October 6th, 2020, I think my values are the following. In no particular order, but one of them is definitely fun. I did a retreat of some kind, an online retreat about mindful careers once. And there I was also always portrayed as the guy who wants their work to be fun. And yeah, I think that's one essential thing for me. It needs to be fun. Whatever you define as fun, whatever I do, it must be interesting and it needs to give me energy to do it, right? It needs to be fun for me to do. And related to that is also happiness. I mean, that might be the overall goal. I want to be happy and I need the other things to be happy. I need fun to be happy. I need my freedom to be happy. I need, you know, so happiness, definitely one of them. I said it several times, I optimize for happiness. Like, I want to be happy. Doesn't everybody? I don't know. But that's one of my core values. One of my core values, definitely, yeah. It does not matter if I don't have money. I can live at a friend's place and I can eat the leftovers from other people or food sharing places. There are possibilities. I don't want to become homeless, but hey, there are cheap ways to live and a little bit of money I can always make on the side. I'll find teaching jobs again. That's something I enjoy more than software development. And the more I can control my time, the happier I am. Another core value that I have is freedom, liberté. In the European sense of the freedom of movement, freedom of being able to do whatever I want, like freedom of time, freedom of place. You know what I said in the beginning. Being able to just spontaneously decide, boom, we're gonna go to Graz now, we're gonna walk up on the Schlossberg now, we're gonna chill in the sun now, because that's what I wanna do right now. I wanna have the freedom to do it. I don't wanna be bound to a job or something. So in that sense, if the freedom is such an important value for me, maybe something more in the direction of self-employment is more the right thing for me. Because if I take my freedom now, then I need to work some other time, you know, because you can't just not work. You can't just never do anything. I mean, you can at some point once you build your wealth to a degree where you can live from its dividends or whatever. And we want to reach that by the age of 42 is something that could be my goal. But yeah, as for the values, so we have fun, happiness, freedom, and related to that also health. This only really comes in the foreground once you don't have it anymore, because I have a high standard of health. Like, I'm like 9 out of 10 healthy and I want to keep it that way. I want to keep it up there. I don't want that to go down, at least not significantly. I mean, if I age, okay, it will go down to 8 and 7, but I want to keep it high, you know? Health is important, it's just that I don't focus on it right now because I already have it, right? And another very important one actually is family. Now, family can mean a lot of things. It can be the family that I already have, the family I was born in, but it can also mean the family that I'm going to have at some point. And I mean that one. At some point, I want to have my own family, whether that be with a spouse, with a partner, or whether that be just me and a child I adopt. At some point, I want to have some kind of family. And that is my 5th core value. And with 5, I think 5 is a good number to have. Oh wait, I forgot another one. Sustainability. Because I can't do something that destroys the planet. I can't do something that is not sustainable. Well, I can, but I don't want to. Like, even with Bitcoin, I feel bad trading with Bitcoin because each transaction, you know, has a few computers just running proof of work, which is essentially burning energy, producing heat in order to make the Bitcoin system work. But it's more or less useless computation, right? And in the whole field of IT, it's a lot of energy is just burned. But you know, if it goes in the direction of it's getting better, of course you can't immediately stop wasteful stuff, but you can move in the right direction, right? Same with the cars. You can't suddenly all have electric cars because the grid wouldn't hold. It just wouldn't make sense. So it needs to be a transition, but I want to see that we are on the right way. Like, I want to work towards that. If I would be working against that, I would feel really bad. Thus, I can say that sustainability, climate protection in particular, is one of my core values. That's that. Now we know my values, or at least we know my values for now, or at least we know what I think my values are right now. And with that, we can continue working towards goal setting. I just need the goal at first, and then we can create the plan on how we get there, but the goal needs to be first. That I will be working on with my coaches, and then I will let you know about it. So until then, make a backup and find out what your values are. Let me know in the comments. And if you want to have discussions with me, come join my Discord. Actually like the video if you think those discussions that I have basically with myself here give you any form of value. Is that something that you like? Then hit that like button, because that's always good feedback for me, because I see that my views on those videos are increasing, but they are still significantly lower than on other types of videos that I make. So it would be really nice just to hear from you if that's something that you want to see, because let's be honest, this is one of the few things that I really enjoy doing, right? Where I know I love this. I love just talking to a camera, then making that video, putting it up on YouTube. And potentially this could be part of the plan to get to my goal in whatever way that's gonna be, but I will not stop YouTube. I like it way too much for that. Yeah, let me know. And then I wish you a good weekend, a good day, whatever it is, whatever day it is, a good week, a good month, a good life. And I'll see you in the next video. Oh man, yeah, maybe I'm gonna move back to Graz. Maybe, because if Vienna is not gonna happen, why not Graz? I've just been at the Steirischen Herbst Arts thingy because a friend of mine works there. And I literally met 2 other people that I knew. I mean, I know so many people in Graz. I don't know why. Maybe because I lived here for 10 years. Yeah, I should come back to Graz. It's just so nice. You walk around, you meet people you know. It's just, I love it. I should come back to Graz. At the moment, it's really nice. I mean, look at that. Look at how beautiful Graz is. Look at its beauty. Now it's not even smoggy, but in the winter it's gonna be super smoggy, and that's why I don't like it that much. But hey, maybe I'll come here in spring. Till then, bye bye.